Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Loose Juice channel. I am out on my new, to me, 2023 Harley Davidson Pan America Special. That's got the 1250cc motor. Technically 1252 if you want to be really picky about it. And as I mentioned in a video that came out, it actually literally hasn't premiered yet as of recording this, but it'll be out later tonight, is that this bike has knobby tires on it and I'm getting them replaced. So I knew of at least a couple roads by me that have sand or gravel or dirt. So I've not put this bike into any other mode other than road. So we're going to try out the off-road mode. I'm not going to do off-road plus for now. And let's do adventure bike things, because that's apparently what everybody that has this bike is supposed to do. You're supposed to go stand up on your seat and do cool guy, adventure guy stuff on a gravel road out in the country, and that's adventuring. That's totally adventuring. 100%. This is very technical terrain, totally not just flat. Now there is a hill. Oh God, the road mildly dipped there. Am I still adventuring? I don't know. Oh, I have to sit down though. Oh God. So yes, I'm totally being facetious here. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but like, I came from dirt biking as a background. I was dirt biking when I was a kid. I got back into it. That's actually how I got back into two wheels as an adult. So this whole concept of, you know, if you've got an adventure bike, it needs to go off-road, otherwise you're just kind of this weird gatekeeping poser in the community. I don't get it, man. I mentioned it on my last video, or last videos, depending on when this come out. But this bike is really good on road, and especially in Michigan. I don't know if you, I'm sure the camera can see it, but like, this is just a country back road. These roads are all beat up. This bike handles it just fine, totally fine. I don't mind hitting potholes or anything, right? And this road will get back into dirt. Don't you worry, we're gonna go back to adventuring, real adventuring, soon enough. I'm sure there's no way I could keep up with all the top ADV bike riders out there that totally don't have backgrounds in being professional dirt bikers of some kind. What does it even mean to be a professional ADV bike rider? I don't know. Here's what I will tell you. I've been on this road on my Honda Grom. Is that an adventure bike? I think by that definition it very much could be. It's got knobby tires because I put those on there. I've been on this road, and I'm sure there's farm stands or something local I could go do. I mean, that makes it an adventure. But it is still very much a paved and graded road. So, I don't know, man. I love this bike, but now that I'm trying it on surfaces that are, you know, allegedly this is what it's made for. Oh yeah, you can get the rear tire to lock up a little bit in this off-road mode. We're gonna try this road. I don't know. We're adventuring, right? This is what you're supposed to do on an adventure bike. You're supposed to go adventure. So here you go. This is a question for all my adventure bros. When you're on the road, do you switch it back into road mode? And then when you go back on the dirt, you have to put it back into adventure mode, so you know that you're adventuring, right? I don't know, man. I'm just fucking around. But I have never been down this road before, so in some sense, regardless of whether or not I'm on paved dirt or not, like, I am adventuring. At least that's my opinion on the matter. We've got, you know, trees with, I believe those are apples. Look like apples to me. I've got fields. There's no 7-Eleven right on the corner. It's just a lot of country roads take me home, I think. forgot one thing I wanted to do before I went out today. It was to adjust this clutch lever down. The brake lever is probably fine, but for whatever reason, this previous owner has this brake lever pitched up a little bit, so I don't know. They had short arms or something. I don't know. All I do know is that I got big hands, long arms, and this stuff needs to be pointed down a little bit more. That's what's comfortable for me. And it's especially comfortable when you're standing up on the bike, which you're supposed to do, because remember, this is an adventure bike. You're supposed to go on adventures. You're supposed to stand up on your bike when you're doing adventure bike stuff. One thing that did happen to me today before I started hitting the record button is I finally did stall this bike out, and it was literally pretty much right after I started it up and I was just warming it up and I was getting ready to go. I tested out the hold control feature. It has a hold control, kind of like some modern vehicles have that now, where if you're parked on a hill and you hold the brake down, it'll flash a thing that says like hill start assist or whatever. This bike essentially has a version of that. So you hold the front brake lever down for probably close to 5 seconds, and it gives you some haptic feedback about like when it's going to engage, and then the letter H pops up here, and then it holds the rear brake down and I believe the front brake down for you until you start rolling on the throttle with the clutch out, so the wheel's moving, right? But right after I engaged that mode and I wanted to get going again, I didn't give it enough beans and the bike stalled. I felt like such a goober. But that is apparently one complaint that people have coming from cruisers to this bike, is that you got to give it more RPM range than you would ride a traditional V-twin air-cooled Harley cruiser. Really, a lot of those air-cooled cruisers, they just don't rev as high. But with this bike, all your power is beyond 4,000 RPM. But if you think about that, yes, these are both twins, but that's just the nature of this beast. I don't know how to describe it. I was hoping there'd be another dirt road over here. I did like 2 seconds worth of map looking earlier to try to find where there might be sand roads so I could continue my adventures in the countryside on empty roads. Yeah, Carmody, that'll do it. I think I should have access to more country roads take me home to the place I belong, right? Oh, this is not a country road. We're not on an adventure. You could take your country road shit and suck it. You can't do that on a country road, can you? I mean, I guess you can, but it's not my point. And that wasn't even too crazy. So I've got these knobbies for the next 6 to 10 business days, or 6 to 9 business days at this point. I need to do more adventuring, damn it. Where are these dirt roads that I know exist out here? I know they're out here. It's fine. I'm really being facetious because I'm just as happy. I'm probably more happy on road with this bike. Not with these tires, but we've got the knobby tires. Let's put them to fucking use, dude. Oh yeah, there's trucks out here in the country doing truck stuff, and I'm out here adventuring. I'm an adventurer. Oh, there's a gravel road, maybe? Let's swing back around and see if we can get to that one. 68th Street. Wow, hell of a street. This may actually end up being a real adventure. I don't know. What do you think, people? Oh, let's put it back into off-road mode. Oh shit, I skipped it. There we go. I think. I'm adventuring now. Yes. All right, back to adventuring. Ha ha ha. I can hang out with the GS daddies and the KTM 1290 Adventure Super Boys. Super Adventure Boys. I don't know that I'm a super adventurer. I'm just an adventurer at this point. I'm level 1 adventurer, right? Maybe I'll make, for the next like week or so, maybe I'll make this my little circuit. I can actually feel the rear tire slipping out a little, so this traction control, and this is just off-road, not off-road plus, is actually a little bit, it is a little forgiving in terms of like letting you have fun. I am shocked. Consider me shocked. I will say I don't think I've ever been, yeah, I would say I've never been off-road in a bike this big. Like, even with the knobbies, this thing just wants to slide. Let's go this way, down this road. That's not a road, so we're not going to go down that. Yeah, I'm just like spinning the rear tire there. Wow. Wow, maybe I'm going to be a convert. I'm going to be one of those guys like, it's not really adventuring if you're not on a sand road with gravel on it. I doubt it. I could do this with the adventure tires that I'm going to be getting. So, talking to a couple of folks today about some of the planned mods. One of the folks from the Shade Tree Discord let me know that the Michelin Scorcher Adventures are actually very, very, very similar to the Michelin Anarchy Adventures, which is good because I like those tires and I've got experience on them. This road's like a fucking highway. This may be a snowmobile trail. It's really flat. There's no sense of adventure on something so nice. How could I have so much adventure? I'm having too much fun with it. So, alright, maybe enough with the adventure bit for now, or for this video. A couple things that I still need to work out. I did order vinyl wrap to cover up this yellow. I want you all put it down below what you think the color will be. I don't know that anybody would guess it right unless I've already told you and you're a close friend. But I can tell you with 100% certainty, I'm not gonna do my bumblebee stripes like I talked about. I think that would be hilarious, but I'm not doing it. Maybe like someday when I get bored of the wrap that I do end up getting, and I'm like, maybe if I'm about to sell it, I'll get some electrical tape or something and like tape it up just for a photo and then take it off and spend 3 hours getting all the goo off from the tape. Ooh, I smell cow poop out here. Ooh, that's the smell of adventure. Ooh, I could stand up so I could see better over this hill. That's what adventurers do. I do have the tank pads. They're not on yet. They'll arrive tomorrow. Because right now I'd be gripping my tank. But I don't want to grip my tank if it's going to mess me up, man. It's going to mess up my fresh yellow paint. And by fresh, I mean from 2023. Actually, if I had to guess, this bike was probably assembled in late 2022, which is fine. Oh, just out adventuring, doing adventure stuff. I did forget to put it back into street mode. I'm gonna put it back into street mode now. Go back to lame-o mode so I have traction control. You need it. Not gonna lie, you do need it. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. 66th Street. This one, I think on the map, used to be a dirt road. They paved it. Curses. Well, I could follow the sun and then a minivan and whatever. I'll find my way back home. Totally don't have modern technology to pull up and find my way back like any normal person would do. Completely unnecessary. I don't know. I'm sure you can still hear it. These tires hum so bad, dude. So fucking bad. School bus. Hey man, we're like nearly the same color. All right, I know the school bus is more orange. Don't ruin my fun. More orangey yellow. All right. Which way do I go? Now it's a real adventure, folks. Loose Juice gets lost in his own part of the state, not far from his house. The other thing I mentioned in my last video that I did post a correction for, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not an idiot. My dealer maybe misled me. This bike has the 1,000 mile service interval like every other modern Harley right now. So I don't know why they told me it had a 500 mile first service, but I have at least a little while until I need to get this bike back to the dealership. I'm hoping maybe I can get 1,000 miles down by the time my new tires come in. I get my bike in for first service and they put some new rubber on them on their dime. That would be splendiferous. I don't know, is splendiferous a word? Splendid. Cross traffic does not stop. Good, because I don't stop either. Man, I gotta change the clock. It says it's 1:51 a.m. I don't think so. That does make me wonder, though, if they let this bike go completely dead with the battery, you know? I bet they did. One of the last things that they told me before I left the dealership, though, was that 100% make sure you keep this thing on a trickle charger. If you're not going to ride it like once every 2 or 3 days. And that worries me a little bit because, like, hey man, I like to go camping and I don't have a trickle charger out at a campsite. So if I wanted to camp, although if I'm camping, I should be riding the bike every day. All right, never mind, we're good. We're good. But I am gonna have to keep that in mind, like, even for any trip, if I'm not planning on riding bike for a while and I'm not near a trickle charger, I'm gonna have to at least start the bike once every day or so. Make sure it maintains a full charge. All right, I don't know what we learned today. Did we learn that adventuring isn't about what tires you have or what bike you're on, but rather just pointing your vehicle in a direction and going? I think that's it. That's what I was going for. I would love that for that to be everybody's takeaway. It's also not about what you ride, it's about where you ride. So don't gatekeep adventure bike life, I guess. All right. If you feel like I did enough of adventure-like activities, you post it down below in the comments. Are sand roads enough? Is that enough? Sand roads near where I live, is that adventuring? I think so. Put it down below though. Love to hear from you. We're gonna go adventuring again. I'm gonna try. Oh, I get to put it in off-road mode again. Woo! Damn it, I missed it. Yeah, this is clunky. Ooh, I'm adventuring again. Alright, on that note, I love y'all. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be adventurous. Keep it juice.